Yo, what's going on everybody? So throughout my YouTube journey, I felt like at some point I was going to have to make a video comparing these two series and pretty much give my opinion on which one I thought was better between the two. But I kind of held off on it because there's already a lot of videos out there like this, and I didn't want to be like everyone else. But it's one of those rare occasions where I really ain't got nothing to upload, so why the fuck not, right? And I feel like I can add something new to these type of videos, something like honesty, because let's be honest, most of these type of videos are biased as hell. Like, they're never reviewed on equal terms. Like, it's always one show favored heavily over the other, and it's by a heavy ass margin. So I feel like I can add some fairness or some neutrality to this debate because, contrary to popular belief, or at least to the Black Clover fans, because I'm pretty sure they think I'm a My Hero Academia fanboy based off the last two videos I made, but contrary to popular belief, I hate both these fucking shows, alright? So I feel like I can give an equal and honest review on both these shows, and I've done a lot of research and I'm pretty much caught up on both these series. That includes Black Clover's manga, and that includes My Hero Academia's manga, alright? So I feel like I can really give you guys your just dues as far as which one I think is better, between the two. So now, without further ado, let's get right into it, man. Now, I think it's only right that we start off with the characters from both series. And when it comes to both series and their characters, they're pretty generic as fuck, alright? They're cliche as all hell. Most of you know, based off of my past My Hero Academia videos, I fucking hate Class 1A. Like, they give off a Disney Channel vibe and they're very fucking cringy. But most of the characters in My Hero Academia, or the ones that are highlighted or I think is the best, they're like the characters that don't get enough screen time. Characters like Endeavor, characters like Shinzo, who is now getting the spotlight in season 5, characters like that, right? But the main characters that they feature the most, characters like Deku, Todoroki, like, I give two shits about them. I don't like them at all. Now, when it comes to Black Clover, I already said in my past Black Clover videos, I really don't like the characters in Black Clover because I feel like each character is a fucking knockoff of whatever character from Naruto, Bleach, Hitman Reborn, Berserk, and etc, etc. Pretty much the Shonen Jump cliche show, right? And I kind of found some characters in that show that I kind of like, alright? So I think it's only right that I, tell you guys what I did to determine who had the better characters in the series. So what I ended up doing was I took a notepad and I wrote down 10 of the best characters from each series, and this is pretty much what I came up with. Now, for My Hero Academia, I got All Might, Bakugo, Hawks, Endeavor, Mirio, Kirishima, Stain, Twice, Shinzo, Shigaraki, Overhaul, Deku's mom, Tokiyami, and Eraserhead. And for Black Clover, I got Captain Yami, Finro, Julius, Fugolian, Marilyn Noah, Noct, Dante, Zura, and the Witch Queen. And if you guys notice, I have more characters for My Hero Academia than I do for Black Clover. And I already know I said that I was going to write down 10 characters from each series, but to be honest, I got completely lost in that. I just wrote down any character that I fucked with from each series, and this is the number that I came up with, right? I came up with about like 13 or 14 for My Hero and about like 8 or 9, I think, for Black Clover. And hey, look, that's just how that turns out, right? But if you was to notice something about my list, it's that I don't have neither main character from both their respective series on neither one of my lists. And it's for a huge reason. And I think it plays a reason as to why I think both shows are so fucking trash. These two characters, those being Deku and Asta, are treated with so much favoritism throughout their series that it's not even fucking funny, bro. Like, I'm talking about undeserving power-ups that they didn't work hard for, them always being put in a situation where they can never lose, them relying on the power of friendship to get them some bullshit power-up that they didn't deserve just to beat a villain that they had no business beating. And also, you got the thing where they get the power-up and their body's supposed to take damage and shit due to the power-up being so much, right? Kind of like how Deku goes through when he used 100% of One For All. Like, they never suffer any consequences for how they use the power or how much the power does damage to the body, right? They don't go through any of that shit. It's almost as if they got unlimited lives, right? It's no consequences with these two characters. And I find that shit mad corny, bro. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people out there that say, hey, this is the Shonen Jump trope. This is how Shonen Jump does things. Well, you can't keep using that excuse, alright? Because there's Shonen shows and Shonen Jump shows out there that know how to do the power of friendship, right? They know how to fucking give their main characters powers without giving them too much power. They know how to put their main characters through situations where they might lose lose or could lose, in most cases die. Like, this is what I'm saying, like, it's all about good writing. And if you take the cheap way out and give your main character this OP ass power so that way he can never go through any situation where he might fucking lose, then it just makes for a bad story. And this is why I mostly don't like both Black Clover or My Hero Academia. Now, with that being said, which series has the better characters in my opinion? I'm gonna say My Hero Academia, mainly because My Hero Academia had way more characters that I fucked with than Black Clover. Not only that, right? My Hero Academia characters are more than their tropes. Of course, you're gonna have characters in My Hero that are, that are hella unredeemable, and some are just really bad. But the characters that they do get right, they damn near hit a home run on them, bruh. Like, they go the extra mile in telling their backstories, their ideologies on whether or not it matches with the hero society or not. What is a hero? Like, what led them into this very spot today? Like, they go the extra mile for the characters that they care about, right? And they just have more of those than Black Clover, right? Black Clover, like, they do that shit, but it's only at a convenience, right? Like, for instance, the Vanessa girl, right? The witch bitch, whatever the fuck you want to call her, Vanessa. It was a situation where she had a flashback about how she was being trapped in the cage, right? And by the way, this is what Black Clover fans call development. Even though after all this bitch just goes back to being the fucking drunk witch. But that's neither here or there, right? She has a flashback about, her being trapped in the cage. And after all that shit, after all her flashback, right? It leads to her getting this OP ass power up, which allows her to fucking control destiny itself, right? She gets this cat and it allows her to control destiny. She gets all this power up shit off of a fucking flashback. And guess what happens after this flashback? She continues to be a drunk bitch. And it's like, okay, like, what was the point of that flashback if you just gonna go back to being the same stupid ass character? Not only that, right? I have no sympathy for you, because not only did you not earn this OP ass power up that you just got, but now you just, like, you're not giving me a reason to want to root for you other than you're on the same team as Asta. Like, what the fuck? And I guess her being supportive is the main reason why people like her, but that's not enough for me to like a character. Just because you're really supportive of your teammates and shit, that's not gonna cut it for me. Like, yeah, you're a cool character, but you have no development. You've been given the OP ass ability that you didn't earn, and like, it's just no, bruh, no. And Black Clover has a lot of those moments, especially with Noelle. Like, I mean, but I'm not finna get into that. I mean, ultimately, that's why I give My Hero the edge. And not only that, right? Notice on my list, I had about like 3 or 4 villains from My Hero Academia as the best characters of their series. Black Clover, I think I had about 2. And the 2 characters that I had in Black Clover that I had on my favorite list was Dante and the Witch Queen. I like the Witch Queen a lot in Black Clover, you know what I'm saying? She was very deceitful, and I like Dante a lot because he just cool, mellow ass dude who just fucking shit up. And him, like, Yami and Asta had no business beating Dante at all. When Dante came to the fucking Black Bulls Guild, they had no business beating Dante, alright? And that shit pissed me the fuck off, especially when Asta went into his Ultra 9-tail Fox mode shit or whatever the fuck it was. That scene blew the fucking shit out of me, bro. But that's neither here or there. Even the villains in My Hero Academia, they're just more than villains. And I didn't even like Shigaraki at first, but Shigaraki warmed up on me, especially on, the villain arc, My Villain Academia. Shigaraki actually warmed up on me because it's like, okay, you're more than a crybaby bitch. Like, you're about this action now, right? And yeah, like I said, like, just the villains are better, right? I even like Overhaul, despite them doing Overhaul dirty as hell. And from the looks of it, it looked like Dante might be the Overhaul in Black Clover. Like I said, bro, even the villains in My Hero I like a lot because they're more than just villains. They have a reason for doing the shit that they're doing. Now, when it comes to the fights, I'm gonna give that one to Black Clover. I mean, their fights are just way better to look at than My Hero Academia. And My Hero Academia, like, I wouldn't even call their fights. They're more like cinematic fights that, like, with the fight, right, in My Hero Academia, it's a lot of emotion built behind it, right? And if you ask me personally, I would prefer those type of fights more than just niggas just swinging swords everywhere and just blowing shit up and getting ass pulls here and there. I prefer My Hero Academia style in more of a cinematic, more emotional type fight that every punch that's landed, it means something. But only reason I said Black Clover has to fight is because I know the majority of people is they like that type of fight more than My Hero Academia type of fight. Like, a lot of people think My Hero Academia fights are boring, and it's not that they're boring, it's just that, you know, it's a lot of ideologies clashing with their fights, right? A lot of emotion, like I said. In Black Clover, they just go straight in like, oh, motherfucker, you're evil, let's get this shit cracking. Like, that's pretty much how it is in Black Clover. So ultimately, I mean, I would give Black Clover an edge on that, you know, because it's just more appealing to look at. But if you look at the totality of it, you know, as far as like what's behind the fight, what goes into the fight, what comes out of the fight, My Hero Academia has that hands down, without a question, right? And the last thing I think I could talk about, you know, about these two series is just the shows or the series in general, right? Like, I mean, My Hero Academia, like, the series as a whole is just, it feels almost like a cinematic movie, right? It feels like more than a shonen comic. The atmosphere of it currently in the manga is great. I think they're doing a great job with the atmosphere. Black Clover, it's just a lot of goofy shit going on in Black Clover, bruh. Like, and don't get me wrong, I understand why people like Black Clover, but have you guys ever thought for a second that maybe the reason you like Black Clover so much is because it's a Naruto and Bleach ripoff with some fucking Berserk here and there and some fucking Hitman Reborn? Like, I mean, like I said, it was at a time when Naruto ended, a lot of motherfuckers didn't know what to do with themselves. Even the fucking YouTuber anime reviewers, when Naruto ended, I guess you can call this shit Naruto-geddon. When Naruto ended, motherfuckers didn't know what the fuck to do with themselves. Like, a classic series was ending, Bleach ended, and you have My Hero Academia, and then you have Black Clover come along, and people just grasp onto them because they were just so desperate to just get into another adventure, you know, because Naruto have left them fucking hanging. And when you read Black Clover, you get this Bleach, and then you get Naruto here and there. Like, it's like, holy shit, I found something that can make me happy for the next 2 or 8 years, however long Black Clover runs, right? My Hero Academia, they don't really, like, they have Naruto traits, but it feels like more of its own series. And I think this is the ultimate thing that leads to me picking My Hero Academia, right? My Hero Academia is just more original. It is, like, it's more original. It's more of itself than Black Clover is. Like, when I watch Black Clover, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm not trying to go through this whole Naruto Sasuke shit again. Even though Naruto, you know, not Naruto, even though Yuno and Asa are far from Naruto and Sasuke as far as, like, their intentions, as far as them wanting to fight each other and blow each other's arms off, one of them portraying each other, it's far from that. You know and Asa has a relatively healthy rival relationship, even though I think it's forced as fuck, but it's nothing like Naruto and Sasuke. The only thing that's Naruto and Sasuke about them is their personalities, as far as Asa being extra energetic for no fucking reason and wanting to become the Wizard Hokage, and being this cool, mellow, handsome guy who just, you know, oh shit, I'm powerful for no fucking reason, and I have royalty bloodlines that allows me to have this powerful ass magic, like shit like that, right? That's what makes them Naruto and Sasuke. And you also take to note that some of the characters in Black Clover, like Nozel and Noel, like they have the same backstory as fucking Rukia and Byakuya from Bleach. Like, it's almost the exact fucking same. It's not even funny. And y'all know y'all Black Clover fans might just think I'm talking shit, but no, if you read Bleach, it's almost fucking identical, and you guys cannot cap and lie to yourselves, all right? Like I said, like, a lot of shit from Black Clover is taken from Naruto, Bleach, Hitman Reborn, Fairy Tail, Berserk, and like I said, when you combine those things, I understand why someone will like Black Clover more than My Hero Academia, because My Hero Academia is at least trying to try something new. Even though I think Deku is a fucking slime ball, I mean, they're trying to do something different. As to Black Clover, they're just trying to do what's safe. You know, do everything that has ever been done in every series ever, and people will love this shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, ultimately, when you combine the characters, the atmosphere of the shows, the originality, you know what I'm saying, like the fights, I mean, besides the fights, My Hero Academia has everything else. Like, Black Clover has good fights. They have ass pulls that make me not like their fights, but other than that, I like the fights. Other than that, what else does Black Clover have to offer? Like, their plot lines are predictable as fuck. My Hero Academia is predictable as fuck too. But goddamn, I mean, like, you're not finna sit here and tell me that the captain of the fucking Golden Dawn was the one that was portraying the village the whole time when all he did was wear a fucking mask. Like, duh. And then you got this whole thing with Zagreus where he's pretty much the mastermind behind the whole Elves massacre, and he pretty much set this whole shit up so that way he can be reincarnated with reincarnation magic by using the magic stones. Like, I seen this already. It's called Black Zetsu. Like, I know a lot of this shit because I read a lot of shonen, bro. And it's another question I got for the Black Clover fans, right? The scene where everyone turned to elves because the reincarnation magic, how is it that Yuno is the only person that has enough will to break the fucking magic spell? Like, he's the only one that can be like, nah, I'm not gonna let this elf take over me. Asta was really good. Let's go fuck these niggas up. Like, that shit, I'm like, how the fuck is Yuno the only person that's able to do this? And then also, like I said, bro, both Deku and Asta are OP as fuck. Both are bad characters in my opinion. Asta is just an overhyped Naruto with Kirito traits, like I said before, and Deku is just annoying as fuck. And he just has this power that was just given to him. The same with Asta, you know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to, I didn't address this, but when it comes to the best character in each series, I'll say the best character in Black Clover, in my opinion, is between Finru or Captain Yami. Fulgolian has a really strong case, especially in the beginning of Black Clover. As far as My Hero Academia, I'll probably have to say Bakugo or All Might, but I'll probably end up saying All Might because, like, he has so much impact in that series, like, real talk. I like Mirio a lot as well, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I would put Mirio over Bakugo because Bakugo is just, he's starting to fall off on me a little bit. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I had to say. I'm sorry if this shit just fell off a fucking cliff and it seems like shit is just all over the fucking place. But I mean, this is pretty much how I feel about both series and why I ultimately think My Hero is better. Now, if I had to give a score, I'll say My Hero Academia is a 7 and Black Clover is like a 6 point what? I'll say 6.5, 6.5, I'll give it that. But like I said, the only reason why I don't like Black Clover is because it takes a lot from popular series, and I just can't respect that at all, bro. Like, I can't respect the author who doesn't put in the time to be creative with his series or his characters. Like, nah, bruh. And I understand if you guys are cool with it, with Black Clover pretty much being a rip-off of Fairy Tail, Naruto, Bleach, Hitman Reborn, Berserk, etc, etc. If you're cool with that, then hey, look, my condolences to you, alright? Like, congratulations for being able to turn your brain off, like they say, and read or watch a shit series. And I know I said I gave Black Clover a 6.5, but after doing some thinking and remembering some things, I'm gonna have to drop it to a 6. And I think I'm being generous with that despite them taking a lot from popular shows. Like, if you used to take away the fights and focus on the storytelling and the characters, like, you're left with some lackluster generic shit, bruh. Like, as far as the characters, I think Finru might low-key be the most human and most developed character in that whole show. Dead ass, bro. And I know people say Vanessa and Noelle, but those characters aren't developed. Like, they continue to do the same shit, alright? Like, there's no development with those characters at all. The only thing different about Noelle character-wise, since she met the Black Bulls, was just have a crush on Asta. Nothing else. She still continues to do the royalty cocky shit, alright? As far as Vanessa, ever since she got free from that fucking cage, guess what happened? She didn't try to build on her life or anything. No, the bitch turned into an alcoholic. And then she got an OP cat, and she continues to be an alcoholic bitch. Like, that's not development, right? And it's fucked up, right? Because the only girl I can actually think of in Black Clover that actually I genuinely like is Rebecca Scarlet. You know, when Finru and Luck and Asta was going under like the triple date shit, Rebecca Scarlet is low-key the best female character in that show, and she hardly gets any fucking screen time. You know why? Because she's the most normal character or female character in that fucking show. Hell, even Asta's little harem group. If Asta was to end up with someone, him and Rebecca would make the most sense. You know why? Because they actually have something in common and they express that to one another, right? They also talked like how two people who are interested in one another would talk to each other, right? Like Asta and Noelle makes no sense because besides Asta being the main character and Noelle being on the same team as Asta, why does Noelle like Asta? Like, dead ass, bro. They never had any conversations like how Asta and Rebecca had conversations, how they shared fucking interests and pretty much had the same things in common. No, they haven't had none of that. So why does Noelle like Asta? Shit, why does Mimosa like Asta? Look, bro, I'm not finna get into all that. Like I said, Rebecca is low-key the best female character in Black Clover. Hell, Marilyn Noah might be the second, alright? She might be first, second. They're interchangeable, alright? All I'm saying is Rebecca and Marilyn Noah are the second or the two best female characters in Black Clover. And I know I'm going on a tangent on Black Clover, but it's only because these are actual questions that I have about the series, right? Like, I have the same questions for My Hero Academia as far as Dobby, as far as, you know, the League of Villains and all that other shit. But I mean, like I said, if only I can go further, like I can actually break these motherfuckers down like to the fucking penny or the last cent. Like, I can break them down to ultra detail, but obviously it's YouTube and motherfuckers is not finna watch a 50-minute video of me talking about two cartoons, all right? But ultimately, like I said, I'm just going a little bit hard on Black Clovers because, I mean, like I said, bro, like Black Clover, it could be better, but they're just taking the generic road as far as, you know, making their series better instead of them being creative and making it better, you know, through creativity. But I mean, like I said, that's pretty much all I had to say in this video, man. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you dislike, hey, go ahead. I mean, it's all engagement at the end of the day. You know, it's your boy Trigger Senpai, man, and I'm out. Peace.